Hey, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. And today we're going to talk about, are people bouncing from your website? What does that mean if people bounce? It's not good. It's kind of like you're, excuse me, you ever walk into a store and you kind of scan around and then you turn around and you walk right back out? Because you found nothing that you found interesting or intriguing to make you want to go further. So you decide to bounce. Well, that's what happens when visitors come to your website. Maybe they clicked on a link from social media. Maybe they clicked on a link from your email marketing efforts. Maybe you had a Google ad running, whatever the case is, you've done something to attract someone to come to your website. They came, they looked around, and they left. So they bounced. So that's essentially what a bounce is. It's when someone visits your website and leaves without clicking on something that takes them to another page inside of your website. And the reason why that's so important for you to kind of think about is, you're spending a lot of time, money, and resources in driving this traffic to your website. But if they don't take action, then you're kind of losing that opportunity. So today's topic I wanted to bring up, I've actually had a couple of clients and potential new clients that didn't understand bounce. And so I said, hey, I'll make a video on that and we could talk about it later. So today's video is going to be about bounce rates and how you can decrease the bounce rate. So obviously going to Google Analytics, pulling up your site content, and looking at the report that indicates the pages that have a high bounce rate, you want to identify those first. So that really allows you to sort of prioritize what are the pages that you see people just looking and leave or bounce. So let's start off. I want to give you 5 tactics to help decrease bounce rates on your website, which ultimately is going to potentially lead to new business opportunities as a result of smart digital marketing efforts on your part. So number 1, let's talk about creating content bites and chunks. What does that mean? Well, it's kind of like how you and I talk now. We talk in little chunks where we kind of, rattle off a couple of ideas, we pause, and then we talk about the rest of the things, and maybe we talk about, well, it's really this, this, and this, and we kind of list our things. So you think about that as you're organizing and writing your content, that you want to put together these short, nice little bite-sized paragraphs that are much shorter compared to traditional writing like we learned in school with, opening sentence, the middle, the transition, closing, where you have this 7 or 8 sentence paragraph, which is much longer format. We want shorter, compact, so we can get those. We need to be able to quickly scan your content. Now, the use of bullet points or sort of bolded words with a dash and then a short sentence. Again, it's designed so that your reader can scan quickly your content and get to the part that they want. Now, keep in mind, a smart idea would be that inside one of those bullet points or inside each bullet point, you create a text link, right? A hyperlinked word text that links to another page in your website that's more specific or expands in greater detail what that one sentence is about. By doing that, you're actually encouraging your website visitor to take action from that point and go to another page, thus reducing your bounce rate for that particular page. Now, another thing to do, point number 2 would be to create visuals, whether you use charts or graphs or info, graphics, Q&As to a certain extent are sort of a visual text layout, Q&A. question, answer, question, answer. You know, it allows our brains to quickly scan that content. And again, really important when you have these charts and graphs and Q&A, create a link, whether it's a text link or whether it's a link, you know, you upload that graphic or the chart or that Q&A, and you create it and link it to, you know, another page on your website. Again, we want them to take action on this information that they're reading about. So then number 3 would be to really think about creating compelling call to action. So again, it's about using and varying, alternating text call to action links or visual call to action links. You know, and you know, the compelling part is, you know, get it now, or special offer, or limited options available. You know, you want to create that sense of urgency, and or, you know, most popular items. You know, use some type of compelling adjective or offer in that call to action is important. Number 4, blogging. Interesting statistics. So HubSpot, if you're not familiar, you can go check out HubSpot.com. Great digital marketing resources there, a lot of free stuff, great platform to leverage digital marketing tools. But they recently came out with a statistic that I thought was really incredible. They said over, for companies that blog, they generate 126% more leads on their website than companies that don't. That sounds like a really good idea that maybe you should be blogging. Yeah, I recently was talking with a client that hadn't really blogged since like 2015. And I get it, you know, day-to-day operations and the things that we have to do get in our way, but you know, blogging on a consistent, regular basis is really key. And here's the thing. So step number 5 helps really with the other 4 that I mentioned, and that is, what are you going to write about? So if you're struggling with what to come up with, number 5, use Google's Keyword Planner. So you just have to have a Gmail account. It's free to access. You don't have to put in a credit card. You can go to you can just put in Google Keyword Planner. You can sign in with your Gmail account. Then you can click on keyword, or put in the search up there, Keyword Planner, and then click on Find Ideas. And then you can put in, you know, digital marketing for small business and hit search. And it'll show you and reveal to you the most popular search phrases and the most competitive phrases that advertisers are bidding on for keywords. Well, that lets you know, here's the kind of content you need to be writing in your blog post and on your landing pages, so that your visitors, that you're really, you know, connecting with what they're thinking about and what they're searching for. You know, it's just reverse engineering how they're getting to you when they don't know your name. So again, the 5 things that you want to do to decrease your bounce rate is, number 1, create content bites and chunks, easy to read. Number 2, create great visuals, whether it's charts, graphs, Q&As, and make sure they're linked. Number 4, you've got to be blogging. At minimum, you should be blogging 3 times a week, ideally every day. And number 5, when you're trying to find ideas and words to use in your content, use Google's Keyword Planner as inspiration for finding the right words to attract the right people who are looking for the services or products that you offer. So if you put all these together and you bake up a nice cake, your visitors will stick around and not bounce. And those are some great ideas. I hope you'll put those into action. Again, my name is Michael Wynn, and thanks for joining me today on today's Digital Appetizers on your virtual lunch and learn. My name is Michael Wynn. I'm the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.